Chapter 5, Time Out. When we get home from the doctor, I am in huge trouble. My mom tells me I have to go to my room for time out. I say you can just leave my dog food in a bowl outside of my door. Woof. This makes my mom so mad that she grabs my paw and drags me up the stairs. Walk, she says. I am, I cry. On 2 legs, my mom yells. Alone in my room, I suddenly don't feel like being a dog at all. I've got too many problems as a dog. I show Mary my wound. She feels so bad for me. I put my nightgown back on, and then I open my bedroom door a tiny bit. I can hear my family talking about me in the kitchen. Rascal gave the doctor a shot, Luke says, laughing. She is out of control, Violet says. But she is laughing too. Then I hear an unfamiliar voice. And she still got a lollipop? Says the voice. Who was that? It sounded like a wicked old, huh? Was that Mrs. Gobblecracker? I do not believe it. I walked closer to the stairs to hear better. All she could do was bark. I've never been so embarrassed in my life, says my mom. How babyish, laughs the voice. Now I'm sure it is Mrs. Gobblecracker. Are they all sitting around the kitchen table together and laughing at me? And it sounds like they're eating popcorn. Time out is just what she needs, says my mom. I agree. Keep her locked up, grumbles Mrs. Gobblecracker with her mouth full of popcorn. I run back to my room to tell Mary. Mrs. Gobblecracker is downstairs eating popcorn with my family. Popcorn! What's the big deal about popcorn? Asked Mary. She's eating popcorn with my family. If Mary doesn't understand, I can't explain it. What are you going to do? Asked Mary. No more hiding, no more disguises, no more tricks, I yell. Something serious has to be done. Like what? She says. Give me that banana. I'm calling Mr. Nuggy. Hello, hi, it's me. Mrs. Gobblecracker is eating popcorn with my family. Yes, I said popcorn. I can't believe it either. So can you please come back? Whoa, that was fast. Mr. Nuggy crawls in the window and wipes his muddy boots. Thanks so much for coming. Ingredients. I've brought ingredients for poison soup, he says. This is how we get rid of Mrs. Gobblecracker permanently. What will happen when she eats the soup? I ask. Well, first she will choke a little bit, then feathers will come out of her ears, and then her eyeballs will turn into gloppy yogurt, and then she'll drop dead. Oh, I say, hugging him, you're the best fairy godmother in the world. But something isn't quite right. I don't mean to be picky, I say, but could you try and look a little more like a fairy godmother? What do you have in mind? He asked. I run to my closet to get some dress-up clothes. Perfect. Look at that dress and the flower and look at Mary laughing so hard. Next we make signs for the door because Mr. Nuggy says we need privacy to make our soup. After we hang the signs, there's a knock on the door. It's Luke. Go away. I think that says keep out, but they spelled it wrong. DNGR. Maybe that means danger. It's Luke. Mom said you can come out of timeout now. No thanks, I say and shut the door. Timeout is turning out to be way too much fun. We don't want any more interruptions, so we decide to send Mary out to be our spy. Tell us if she's coming, and wear this wig, I say, and give her a push out the door. Now that it's quiet, Mr. Nuggy and I finally start cooking. We make the deadliest, most delicious poison soup that for Mrs. Gobblecracker's dinner. Ingredients. Black olives. Ooh, that'll make it delicious. A dead wolf juice. Blech, gross. Electricity. Blood tubes and tailbones. All the rotten parts of all the apples in the world. And of course, chicken broth. When the soup is ready, we carry it down to the kitchen, while Mary keeps Mrs. Gobblecracker distracted. Then Mr. Nuggy and I gather materials for a giant fort where we can hide until dinner time. while Mary keeps a lookout. We grab the blankets and sheets and the pillows off the beds and collect all the rugs we can, and towels and laundry and bath mats, and put them in a big pile surrounded by chairs. And we even have to move some tables, and we put the chairs on the tables, and then we tie the whole thing up with a huge roll of ribbon. And the amazing thing is that we did this without my mom even noticing because she's on the phone. "Dinner's ready," calls my mom from the kitchen. Of course, Mrs. Gobblecracker is the first to arrive. "Okay, now's your chance," I tell Mr. Nuggy. "Go talk to her." From the fort, I can hear them in the kitchen. "Good evening, Mrs. Gobblecracker." "Is that you, Nuggy? Nice dress." "Well, thank you. I have an important message from Dory. You remember Dory, the baby you were coming for? She has agreed to go with you, back to your cave, forever." "Great, because I almost forgot what I was doing here. Dory is just what I wanted." "But after dinner," he says. "No problem," she says. "I'm starving." Now that it's safe for me to leave my hiding spot, I come to the table for dinner. I sit next to Mrs. Gobblecracker because I don't want to miss the moment when she chokes on her poison soup and drops dead. Mr. Nuggy and I make polite conversation. "Do you like ice cream?" I ask Mrs. Gobblecracker. "I can't think of anything more disgusting," she said. "Do you have a cell phone?" asked Mr. Nuggy. "No, but I really, really want one," she says. "Can you get me one?" Says Mr. Nuggy, looking unsure what to say next. "Do you have a cat?" I interrupt. "I ate my cat," she says. "It was an accident." "Oh, then I guess you aren't a vegetarian," I say. "Yes," she says. "I would eat a vegetarian. Is that what we're having for dinner tonight?" "We're having soup," said Mr. Nuggy. "Just soup." Everything's going smoothly until my dad comes home from work and sits on Mrs. Gobblecracker. "Watch out! Can't you see this seat is taken?" "It is," says my dad, looking confused. "You're sitting on Mrs. Gobblecracker," I tell him. "Can you please move?" "It's been a long day," says my mom to my dad. At last, everybody is at the table and sitting in their proper seat. Mr. Nuggy serves the soup. Mrs. Gobblecracker picks up her spoon and tastes her soup. I hope she likes it. Wow, I think it's going to work. She looks, oh my, not dead? I don't believe it. Yum! "Delicious," said Mrs. Gobblecracker, spooning more into her mouth as it drips down her chin. "The soup is a disaster. Nothing happens. No feathers in her ears, no yogurty eyeballs. This is the end of me." Mr. Nuggy whispers to me, "I'm so sorry. I must have forgotten an ingredient." "Ouch!" screams Mrs. Gobblecracker. Mary bit her ankle under the table. "Thanks for trying, Mary," I say, "but nothing can save me now." Mrs. Gobblecracker will probably bring me to her cave, I think, and I put water in my cereal instead of milk, and put me to bed too early, and not let me jump on her couch, and she won't take me to the library, and she'll eat all my Halloween candy, and she'll always forget to buy bubble bath, and she'll put soggy sandwiches in my lunchbox, and she'll say my nightgowns are too small, and she'll give them away to littler kids, and right when it's time to light my birthday candles, she won't be able to find matches, and she might even cook me in a big pot. I'll miss you all. I tell my family I was such a great kid, and now I'm going to be taken away forever. "Bye," says Violet. "So long," says Luke. As I'm being carried away, out of the corner of my eye, I notice baby Cherry in her cradle in the living room. Suddenly, I realize I don't need anyone's help. I can save myself. I wiggle out of Mrs. Gobblecracker's arms and run to pick up baby Cherry. I hold her up high so Mrs. Gobblecracker can get a good look. She stares at Cherry, and she stares at me, then back to Cherry, then back to me. I take a deep breath, and I try to look very grown up. "Huh," she says, grabbing Cherry from me, and I open the door for her, and just like that, take her. She's quieter and cuter. Mrs. Gobblecracker walks out the door with stupid old baby Cherry. We're free! Yippee! Then I hear screaming. It's my mom. She found my giant fort. Rascal! What is this mess? When did you do this? Clean this up right now.